so you're coming, you start your company, you get the 50 interns, and you're just like, man, I got to learn how to manage pretty quickly. Beforehand, you had some teammates and you had the Apple experience, which, I we had several people from Apple that had worked on Apple on my podcast recently, and I myself worked at Apple, and it's a great experience. There's a lot of great people you meet, and some brilliant people actually, and so you're doing your own company and you're managing these interns and trying to figure out how to manage meetings and all that. Let's just talk about that and just kind of learning how to be a leader and then hiring some people. When did you decide to hire your first person?
Honestly, they just wanted to join. Like the first person turned into like 10 people in a week. It was just like, hey, I don't know where to start. It's so much. People, the paperwork is going through my ear and out the other ear. So as soon as I put out on social media on TikTok, like, hey, this is what I'm trying to do, especially because we originated trying to create a breast cancer AI for female tech. So a lot of popularity has sprung around that because that's actually one of our flagship products that we had wanted to do. We put on pause so we could get some more funded through education. So I was like, hey, this is what we're trying to do. Everybody want to be a part of that. They're like, hey, I'm ready to be a part of that. I didn't even know where to start. So I was like, okay, you can join the team. You can join the team. And as we were joining the team, at first I was running it like we're a Division One practice. And I realized I realized very quick that's not how you're supposed to run it. I'm like, oh, you're just not going hard enough. You didn't put in more reps. Like you need to keep practicing. Like it's okay. You're tired. You just need to go harder, and then you'll be less tired. that that's how I was running it, and I just couldn't understand. I couldn't fathom. I was like, What do you mean you're tired? I'm confused. Like you can't keep going." And then slowly started to realize, I was like, oh, like it's even showing in my own body. I'm not supposed to feel like this, but I'm so used to feeling like this. I'm not realizing how unhealthy it is. So as soon as like just like how I told you previously, I started learning myself. So even running my own company, I was simultaneously learning myself in that process. I didn't even know what to do, and I didn't even know where to start. I didn't even know what I wanted to do, or where I wanted to start, or who I was, or what my beliefs or passions or non-negotiables were. So then I started realizing I was like 50 plus interns, and they're all coming to my inbox. I don't have a buffer. They're all asking me, "Hey, can I have access to this file?" I'm like, "Why did you put it in the channel? Anybody could give you access to the file if you just said it in the channel." I'm like, and I'm over here like, okay, because I'm an absolutely nice person. So it's like, hey, if I don't have something nice to say, I just can't respond in that moment until I have something nice to say. So sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, she's not responding, but she responded in this channel." uh, uh, you guys are stressing me out. So what I did, I started.
That's the leader, huh?
Yes, yes, yes. I learned very quickly why leading in big companies they require like 20 years of experience, 10 years of experience. Realized that so quick and so fast. So I was like, if people are doing it, I can 100% do it. So how are these people doing it? So I started studying. I started contacting like my family members. Like I remember I even contacted my lawyer cousin one day and I was asking her for help. And she told me, reach out to me on a Monday. So now I started realizing, oh, that's the difference. I need boundaries and non-negotiables. So I started there. I started with my non-negotiables and boundaries. And people still used to violate that like crazy. But that's where I started. I started telling people as soon as it reaches 7 o'clock, don't outreach to me. Don't expect a message or consistent communication from me. As soon as it's a weekend, I'm also not going to be responding. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to be working, but I'm going to be working for myself. I'm not going to be working for everybody.